Hey everybody, welcome back to A Dash of Dandelion's Homestead. So it's been a little while since we've done an update. We've had a whole lot going on, which we'll talk about a little later in a future video. But for now, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and just kind of tell y'all what's been going around the homestead. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's probably my favorite time of the day. Everything is just waking up. All the kids, save for the little one here, is still in bed, and it's Mama's time to just enjoy the quiet before the chaos, and to check on all the animals. We invested yesterday in a bigger waterer for our chickens because we're starting to get warmer outside. We're having to fill them up about every 4 hours, and with some things coming on in the future, it's gonna make that a lot harder. So we invested in a bigger waterer. Eventually we'll invest in a bigger feeder when we're able to expand their coop. And so far they really like that new waterer, and it helps us out a lot too. But so this is my mama. She had babies the other day, which I don't know if you can see them in there. She's kind of got them covered up with the straw, but she had 3 babies, which is small for a first litter, but from what I'm reading is also pretty normal. We don't know, we haven't really decided if we're going to breed her again for the summer, because it's so hard on them when they're little. The babies will be on her for about 8 to 10 weeks, and then for her to have another litter right in the heat of the summer, we just really haven't decided that yet. This little fellow over here going all cray, that's our buck. That's our male, and so I think he's wanting some action. He had a little rabbit about 28 days ago, and that's it's just been him ever since. So anyway, this is my other female. Let's see if we can see her a little bit better there. If you've watched any future videos, I've showed the rabbits before, but I just kind of wanted to show them because both of them were supposed to be pregnant. As you can see up in her cage back in there, we have the straw, and she's pulled out the tufts of hair. We don't have any babies yet, so we're thinking that either she might have miscarried them, or she's just going to be late. She really wasn't due until like a day or 2 ago. So we're advised to give her about 4 days, and then if we decide to, if she's not giving birth before then we can try to breed her again. Our quail are doing good. We've got just about all of our females laying now. We actually have one that gives a double yolk every time. So that's exciting because it's really cool to see, especially their eggs are so small. When you have a double yolk one, it's a lot bigger than the other ones. So it's pretty cool. The one that lays the double yolk, had what's called bumblefoot about a week or 2 ago, and it just looked like a big ball of not really pus, but it was just like a mass on the bottom of her foot, and it had broken apart. It had started bleeding, and so we had isolated her. I researched online, and I made a paste out of lard and cabbage leaves, and I would put that on her foot at night and wrap it up at night, especially that way she wouldn't be picking at it and trying to rip it off. We did that for about 3 nights, and it healed enough to be able to put her back into the cage with the other ones. And so we were happy that we were able to get that healed. You don't want your animals, regardless of what their purpose is, for pet or for meat, to be in pain or to, have any major issues like that. So, we wanted to get that took care of, and we were able to do that and reintroduce her back into the flock pretty quickly. So that was a good thing. Now over here, our little quail have started to lay. So almost all of them are also giving eggs. So that's really exciting, because now we have double eggs. Not had any major issues out of them. We did have one that ended up dying. We woke up one morning and it was over in the far side of the cage, so we're not for sure exactly what happened. But death is as normal as life, right? So you just kind of roll with the punches and everything. So another little exciting addition is we now have baby quail. Let's see if you can see down in there. We started out with 8. A lady was really nice enough to give them to us because she had so many and just wasn't able to care for them all. So we started off with 8. We lost 2. We don't know if they just got too cold or really what happened. So that was a little disappointing, to lose 2, but we still have 6, and it didn't appear to be a disease or anything like that, or any kind of sickness. We think they really just got too cold in the middle of the night, and so other than that, we've just been playing around with our garden. It's still a bit too early for the harvest, so just taking care of the garden and making sure the weeds stay out. I've got some flowers on my tomato plants, so that's exciting. Like I said, we're preparing for a whole lot of changes around here, and hopefully we'll talk about that in a future video. But until then, from A Dash of Dandelion's homestead, and me and my bathrobe at 6 o'clock in the morning, I hope you all have a great day. And if you have any questions or just want to share your stories, you can comment down below. If you want to see future videos, just make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you all later. See ya.